Barely 24 hours after the official flag-off of the River State People's Democratic Party campaign in Port Harcourt with the G5 governors in attendance, the 5 governors on the platform of PDP and some aggrieved party leaders are currently in a strategic meeting here in Lagos. TVCDU senior political correspondent Ayodele Ozugbaku is at the venue where he brings us up to speed on this meeting. Ayo, can you confirm to us those present at this meeting and the issues being discussed?
We're somewhere around the Lagos Island now. Right now, this place is called Southern Sun Hotel, and this governor that they call their group Integrity Group, led by the G5 governors, they've been locked in a kind of meeting here. The last 2.5 hours, we got here early. We first of all went to Chief Bode George's office, that's the one at Lugard, and we saw a lot of members of the People's Democratic Party from across the country, and the governors actually proceeded here. And when I'm talking about the governors, led by Wike, and one of the other governors is the governor of Benue State, that's Governor Otom, and also have Makinde. Makinde is from Oyo State, and we also have Governor Wike from Enugu State, and we have the former governor of Ondo State, that's Dr. Raman Olusegun Mimiko, former governor of Ekiti State, that's Ayo Fayose, and former governor of Plateau State, Jonah Jank, and former governor of Cross River State, that's Donald Duke. They are all locked somewhere around here. They've been meeting in the last 2 hours, and we were called in at the initial stage, and we were told that we took pictures, we took videos, and journalists were allowed to do that. And after some time, journalists were excused that they went into this closed door meeting, and they told us that after 2 hours that they're going to call us for a communique. But lo and behold, it's past 2 hours now. They've not yet reached a consensus. But the feelers we are getting is that today they're going to come to a final conclusion of the Integrity Group and what is the G5 and who they are going to support at the end of the day. So they are coming out with a final position. It's 94 days to the 2023 general election, and these governors and this critical group within the People's Democratic Party, they are going to reach a critical decision today, so to say, that will affect the fortune of the People's Democratic Party, whether positively or negatively, is yet to be seen. So after this meeting, we would know the stand of this group within the People's Democratic Party. They've called that group the Integrity Group.
The implication of this critical decision you're talking about, because yesterday we saw that the River State governor matched his threat with action, flagging off the PDP campaign there without the pictures of the PDP presidential candidate. Is this like the window of opportunity for the PDP to get its act together closing if these governors and their colleagues decide on another candidate apart from the party's presidential candidate?
Just coming together, but you would have seen from the body language of these G5 governors and this Integrity Group, what they've been saying is that they've had this kind of hardline stand that it's not negotiable, that except the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party vacates that position, that there's no retreat, no surrender for them. And as I'm talking to you, the last time I checked, Yocha Ayu is still the chairman of the People's Democratic Party. So meaning that whatever decision they're going to reach today, it's going to go a long way to determine the outcome of the 2023 presidential election. Substantially, most of these people, they've said it before now that they are not ready to leave the People's Democratic Party. But how they are going to do it, who they are going to support with the presidency is what they've not said. And they stated categorically that as long as Yocha Ayu is still the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, that they might not support the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Let me tell you how that works. The presidential election is built for 23rd of February 2023. That it is 2 weeks after that we're going to have the governorship election. So somebody like Governor Wike can decide that he has chosen somebody within Rivers State, his former accountant general, as the governorship candidate, and he can still support him 2 weeks after the fates of who emerges as the president would have been determined 2 weeks before the governorship election. So that 2 weeks window will give them like a group to work with. They might decide to work with the Labour Party, they might decide to work with the People's Democratic Party, and they might decide to work with the All Progressive Congress. It's yet to be seen. So we are hoping and we are waiting. Journalists are all around here and they are waiting to hear from this integrity group.
Wow, that indeed is an unprecedented development. Usually, prior to this election, governors would rather decamp to another party. It's perhaps the first time we will be seeing incumbent governors sticking with their parties at their state level and perhaps now reaching out to other candidates from other parties. But we'll wait to see what their decision will be. We're back with you, Ayo, when they're out of that room. This perhaps going to be the biggest political story this week. Ayo Zubako live for us in Lagos.